Good morning, it's day 4 of my 30 Days of Pilates. Welcome and well done for making it to day 4. We are going to focus on arms and upper back today. So some nice postural movement to help with sitting up tall and feeling a little bit stronger in the upper body. So we're going to start in our mermaid leg position, like so. If this isn't particularly comfortable for you, you can just do this with your legs crossed. Okay. So, as always, we're going to start with a bit of spinal mobility, a bit of a spinal wake up. So just take your hands out to the side like this. And we're just going to flex over to one side, reaching the arm up and overhead. And push yourself up and over to the other side. So less of a static stretch here, more of a dynamic movement. Okay, so just bringing movement into the spine with a nice flowy side bend. Up and over. If you're doing this first thing in the morning, this might feel quite nice. It's a little bit creaky. Good, let's do one more on each side. Lovely. And then holding it center, bringing your hands behind your head. Okay, so we're just going to wring out the spine now, a little spine twist. And I want you to rotate away from this bent leg. So you're opening up the hip, twisting out the spine, and then looking forward. And again, rotate and forward. We'll do one more here. Nice twist through the spine, coming back to the front, and then flexing over, reaching that elbow up towards the ceiling, opening up the ribs, and coming back up, other side, reaching up and over. And we're going to add a rotation on here, so I want you to look down towards the floor, look forward, and pick yourself back up. Really nice. Okay, taking the arms out to a T position again. I want you to see if you can change your legs over to the opposite direction without taking your hands down. By all means, take your hands down if you really need to. Okay, and again, over to this side, we're going to do a little spinal twist. Oh, sorry, hands behind your head. Twisting out the spine and back to center. Nice. And rotate. Good. One more here. Lovely, coming back to face me, and then we're going to tilt over, flexing the spine to the side, reaching the elbow up towards the ceiling. Feel the space between the rib cage and pulling back up over to the other side here. And adding on that rotation, looking down to the floor. Back to me, and lifting up. Nice, take the hands up towards the ceiling and circle them round and down to the floor. Right, we're going to come up into a little hip opener glute activator. So hands on the floor to start with. You're going to push yourself up onto your knees, reach your arm up overhead and send your hip bones forward. So you're opening up across the front of the hip and actually across the rib cage too. And then with control, lower yourself back down. And lifting up again, little glute squeeze when you get up. And take yourself back down. And lift. Good. This lovely diagonal stretch feels so nice. All across the ribs and all the way up to the shoulders. One more here. Wonderful. Take yourself down, arms out to that T position again, and see if you can flip your legs back the other way. Amazing. Same thing, pushing up onto your knees, reaching your arm up and across to your body. Oh, that lovely diagonal stretch. Sitting back down. And lift. Hip bones forward. Opening up across the hips. And reach. Lovely, last one here. Amazing, and slowly sitting back down. Fab. Come over onto all fours, and we're going to start with some arm work. So I want your hands underneath your armpits, and I want your knees in line with your bum. Okay, so you're starting in this 4-point kneeling position. So we're going to do a bit of single arm work here. I want you to lift the back of your head up towards the ceiling so it's not hanging down low. And you're going to walk your fingers forward with your left hand. And then float the back of your hand up towards the ceiling, tapping the fingers back down again. And lift. And lower. Taking it up and dropping the fingers down. So we're getting some mobility through the shoulder as well as working that shoulder too. Nice. Last two. And last one. Hold the arm out here. I want you to swing it out to the side. And same thing, we're going to drop the fingers down. And then again, reach the hand back up towards the ceiling and lower. And what you'll start to feel is actually that supporting arm doing the work. So we're mobilizing the arm that's moving, but it's that straight opposite arm that's doing the work. Last two. And last one here, hold the arm out to the side, and we're going to thread the needle, thread the hand underneath the opposite one. Take your shoulder to the floor. Oh, lovely stretch. And push yourself back up, opening the chest, reaching the hand up towards the ceiling. And again, we're threading underneath, twisting the spine, opening up across the shoulder blades. And breathing out to lift and expand. Last one. Nice. And pushing back up. Brilliant. Take the hand down to the floor and we're going to switch over to the other side. So eyes facing down. Walk the hands forward with the opposite hand and reaching up to the ceiling and tapping back down. And lift. And lower. So I need you to have a little bit of core activation throughout here so you don't feel it in your lower back. So if you feel your tummy is dropping, your back is arching, just pick your tummy back up and get the abs to do a little bit of work here. And lift. Good, last one. Float the arm up, hold it here, rotate the arm out to the side and tap the fingers down. And floating up. Nice. You want to keep that opposite arm straight and really feel like you're pushing the mat away from you. So you stay nice and supported through the shoulder. Okay, last two. Lift. And last one here, taking the arm up, and then we're going to thread under into that stretch, taking the shoulder all the way down to the floor, and pressing up, opening the chest, reaching for the ceiling, and again, into that lovely twisty stretch, and breathing out to lift up. Last one. And opening up, extending the fingertips as high as you can. Lovely. Bring the hand down to the mat and walk your hands back towards you. Brilliant. Okay, hands behind your head. We'll just give you a little stretch in between the next move. So I want you to reach your body over to one side, drop your chin down, and then rolling forward, flexing the body over to the other side and coming all the way back up to sitting. Nice. Okay, I'm going to turn to look at you. And again, so flexing over And dropping the chin down. Oh, it feels lovely. Rolling all the way to the other side and coming back up. Opposite side. Flex. Roll forward. And lift. And last one here. Good. Lifting all the way back up. Taking the arms up towards the ceiling and circling round. Really nice. Okay, I want you to come up onto high knees. And we're going to do a thigh stretch now, okay? Let me turn to the side so you can see a little bit better. You want your mid-body, your core here, to stay nice and stabilized and strong, okay? Your arms are going to be out in front of you, and you're going to move from the knees to hinge yourself back. So you'll feel a big stretch. You'll feel all the work happening down the front of your body, down the front of your hips. You're going to breathe out to come back up. Okay, so this part, this mid part of the body wants to stay nice and connected. You want to keep the rib cage pulled in and breathe out to come all the way up. Really nice. And again. Exhale to come forward. So hinging back at the knees like you're falling back into somebody's arms. Oh, front of the legs switch on. And exhale to come up. We're going to add some arms in. So reaching one arm up as you fall back. Breathing out to come all the way up. And other side. Keep pulling the tummy in. Keep drawing the rib cage in. And lifting back up. Inhale back. Exhale to lift. So you really start to feel the front of the legs, the quad muscles, firing up here. One more on each side. Lovely. And last one. All the way back up and drop the arms down. We do a little shoulder mobility here, reaching the arm up towards the ceiling, circling back, looking towards your foot and see if you can touch your foot and reaching back over. Really nice. Other side. There's a little bit of a hinge back, but not as much as we were just doing. This is much more mobility now, so nice big move through the shoulder and bringing it forward. Lovely. Good, and last one here. Excellent. Bring your hands down to the mat. Find your 4-point kneeling position, so knees underneath your hips, hands in line with your armpits, and we're going to do some press-ups here. So your hands are about shoulder width apart, and I want you to bend your elbows directly back behind you as your nose goes in between your hands, and then breathing out to push the mat away from you. And elbows dip back, exhale to push up. So we're really getting into the biceps here. Take it down, pressing the mat away to come up. And lift, 2 more. And last one. Straightening the arms to come up. Take your hands about mat width distance apart. This time the elbows are going to go wide. Again, nose goes down in between your hands. Breathing out to straighten the arms and come up. And elbows wide. Exhale to lift. So now we're using more of the upper back to come up. And lower. Exhale, push the floor away. Good. Last 2 here. And last one. Coming all the way back up. Walk your hands towards your knees. Interlace your hands, bring them behind your head. And I want you to lift the chest up towards the ceiling, reach the elbows wide. Oh, so nice. And flexing forward, hugging the head with your elbows into that spine stretch. Breathing in, lifting up, extending the chest up towards the ceiling. And breathing out to round the back, drawing the elbows in towards the head. And then slowly stack the spine all the way back up to sitting. Reach the hands up, circle round, bringing the hands down to the mat. And you're all done. Well done. Another day completed. Brilliant if you've done all 4, or welcome if this is your first one. I'll see you tomorrow for day 5.